Before Schefter's tweet, I felt like the Bills were going to go in there and win. And after Schefter's tweet, I feel like the Bills are going to go in there and win. Because we knew, it was reported in the spring that Stafford had a non-surgical procedure, like a shot in his arm. The elbow bothered him all season. He didn't throw during OTAs, threw sparingly in training camp. So this, to me, is not much of a mover of the needle. Now, I do think we have to be honest. None of us really know how bad the elbow injury. I don't think it's bad. But if it's something, it's something.
It's something.
And the Rams are talking like it's nothing, which I get.
Yeah.
But they thought this would alleviate, right? Whatever he did after the season, they thought would alleviate the pain. So, no, look, I don't think he'll play poorly tonight, but I don't think he'll play great, and I think the Bills will beat him.
I think he will play great. I think the issue, I mean, we can talk more about this part of the game later in the show, but I mean, I think the Bills are still holding cornerback tryouts for tonight, and I don't know if that's going to work against Cooper Kupp and company. But we can set that aside for now. I think this is a long-term issue, maybe. A short-term issue, definitely not. I think for the Rams, this could change your opinion on their ability to win the Super Bowl. I don't think it should change your opinion on their ability to win tonight at all. I don't think anybody thinks Stafford's elbow is in a place where right now it's going to cause some problems. I think the concern is the wear and tear of the season over the entirety of it. Is he going to be able to throw the ball as often as he did last year and as effectively as he did last year? I am still, though, Wildes, just shocked at that seemingly no one has come around to. You know, the Super Bowl champ at home on Thursday night wins.
He's so mad about that.
They've been holding this.
If it was Kansas City, he wouldn't be mad.
No.
But he's mad about this.
You know, guys, they've held this game 16 times. The Thursday night football Super Bowl champ host. You guys know the champ's 14-2, right? You guys know that Sean McVay, by the way, has never lost week one. And this, Mike Florio pointed this out. I didn't know that. Sean McVay has never coached a single game with the Rams with them below 500. You guys think all those trends are going to be bucked because the big, bad Buffalo Bills, who made it almost as far in the playoffs last year as the Green Bay Packers, and almost as far in the playoffs last year as the Chiefs and the Bengals, and almost as far as the 49ers, we really believe that they're going to break that trend. Why? I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I understand that the Bills can win this game, but it is being talked about like this would be a massive upset when it's the home defending Super Bowl champion, who I believe, and this is what I want to know from you, Stafford's injury notwithstanding, the Rams should be better to start this year than they were to start last year. Stafford's been there for a season. They added Bobby Wagner. Last year, at the beginning of the season, they didn't have Von Miller. They didn't have Odell. They don't have those guys now. I think this Rams team right now is better than the one that started last year. So I just don't understand.
Give me a score tonight. If you're not worried about Stafford's elbow, give me a score tonight. And I'll tell you why I am worried about Stafford's elbow.
31-27, Los Angeles.
Okay.
I think they win outright. And I don't think either of you would be shocked by that, even though you're both picking the Bills. I don't think you guys would be shocked by it. And I just don't understand why the Bills are road favorites in this game. I can't fathom it.
I don't mind them being favorites. I said I think they should be favorites. But where I do agree with you is the overwhelming love that is being poured on the Bills, as if they're just head and shoulders above everyone else in the NFL. I'll give you that. But I do think tonight my score is 29-21.
29-21.
29-21.
Yeah, it's going to be a little some shenanigans going on tonight.
Shenanigans.
All right, I will go back to Stafford's elbow because I think this is terrifying news. If I was a fan of the Los Angeles Rams, our quarterback, who's got a lot of wear and tear on his arm. He's thrown the ball 6,800 times in his career. He's 12th all-time. If he has a normal sort of passing season, he'll be 10th all-time. He'll throw more passes than Elway has in his entire career. And I think we view Elway as a guy who was really out there slinging it and a guy who played for a long time. Stafford would be past that. I think there's a little bit, Broussard, of because we kind of heard these sort of rumors and rumblings about his elbow, and it was hurt a little bit last year, and they still won the Super Bowl. We're like, it's just par for the course. It's okay. But if Mahomes had an elbow injury, would we be freaking out? Yeah. If Joe Burrow had an elbow injury, would we be freaking out? Yeah. Tom Brady? Tom Brady took 11 days off of training camp. People are freaking out. The fact that the Super Bowl champion has an elbow injury,
but dude, I don't think of this as an injury. I don't think of it as an injury.
It hurts him to throw the ball.
I think of it as right, but a condition, an issue, something. I look at this like tendinitis.
When you're older.
You know what I mean, or something like that, to where it can flare up. But it is not like a partially torn MCL where you're waiting for it to rip. Pain, but I think for most of these guys, quarterbacks in particular, once they get older, they're going to be dealing with some type of pain, either in their back or their elbow or something.
But you'll admit this is not that. I mean, this is persistent tendinitis. Tom Brady didn't have to have a surgical procedure or, right before the season or a shot or anything like that. So you're right. They're going to deal with some pain as they get older, but not the type of stuff Stafford's doing.
I don't know. I feel like
he couldn't throw during training camp.
What was the news? It was the quarterback trade demand at Schefter, and I like Schefter a ton, and he's as good as anyone in the business. But remember, it was the Aaron Rodgers stuff that he broke right before the draft. Mm-hmm. And remember, he was like, I had this for a long time, but I timed it with the NFL draft. I mean, it's the first day of the NFL season. And there's a lot of, we're all kind of like, hey, we're ready for the games to begin. I don't think this is a different situation for the Rams than they've been in a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago. I think for the Rams, they've known, hey, Stafford needed a shot and something in his elbow 4 months ago, because Brew, you were talking about before the show that, hey, this was something that there were not whispers about, but loose reporting about months ago, and Schefter got a little more info and injected it back into the conversation. I think we all agree. You said Mahomes, Allen, anyone. Pick your favorite Super Bowl team. If their quarterback goes down, they're screwed. Are you guys of the belief that Stafford now is on the list of quarterbacks, the more likely to go down for the season?
He's on my worry list. He's deep on my worry list. And you know why? I wouldn't be surprised if they made a move. I'm a John Wolford guy, but if they were talking about their backup situation,
a little insurance policy
within
the division.
That would be
bring Jimmy
smart.
I didn't say anything.
Look,
I didn't even say that.
Don't think they would.
A good idea.
Don't think they would. San
idea.
Francisco would never do that.
Oh, San Francisco, it'd be a Trojan horse. Bring them down from the inside. Give me a break. We're not. Listen,
as down as you are on Jimmy G, the Niners would never do that.
I know that we are not turning in the Rams Bills when we are 5 hours and 11 minutes from kickoff. No, you brought up Jimmy G. We're not doing. We are not turning this into a Jimmy G discussion.
It's already happened.
That's not happening. That's absolutely not happening. I don't think that. But I don't think anybody thinks that's going to affect tonight. Does anybody think they're going to all of a sudden have a run-heavy game because Stafford can't throw the football?
Eventually, he said he could throw 50 times.
And I think he will.
50 balls. You think he's throwing 50?
I think he will throw as early and as often, because the place to pick on the Bills is their corners right now. With no Trey White, starting a rookie and 2 replacement-level guys, I think the Rams' game plan is going to be Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson go eat. I think that this is going to look silly, even if it doesn't look silly in 12 weeks. It's going to look silly in 12 hours when Stafford throws for 340 tonight. I do think that.
This was the best pass defense in the league last year. And
stop it.
Hold on. I deal with facts. See,
here we go.
I deal with this, Nick. I'm facts, your feelings.
Okay.
You can get all the histrionics you want. But I just said they were ranked number 1 in passing.
So
you can tell me who they played. They played a bunch of NFL quarterbacks. That's who they played.
Right.
Facts.
Okay. So
you want to name them and
no, I don't want to name them. We already, we already went through how they did
Mahomes.
it. Yeah, Mahomes, and they did great against Mahomes, except for in the final 13 seconds that ruined their season. They really held him down.
I'm talking regular
But no. I understand that last year, with Tre'Davious White for the majority of the season against an incredibly soft schedule of quarterbacks, this Bills team was great at pass defense. They were so confident in it, they used their first pick of the draft on a cornerback. And now Trey White, who is the...
You can never be too strong at
Okay, guys, we have to be... Do you think the Bills' biggest... If the Bills have a weakness... Is it
The
their pass
injuries
defense?
hurt. I'll give you the injuries hurt.
Well, yeah, but that's for tonight. Again, like this is what is you said.
340.
Wildes got frustrated with me. He didn't say it. No, just 6 minutes ago, because I kind of turned the conversation prematurely because I can't help myself when it comes to this
Jimmy
game.
G.
Because here's what's happening in this game. We have a quarterback who's going to play and has a lingering minor issue. Then on one side of the ball. Then on the big bad Super Bowl favorites, their best defensive player is out indefinitely, not even on that roster right now in Trey White. It is the single biggest position of weakness on the team, even when he's there. And oh yeah, by the way, you're playing a team who just had a receiver win the damn Triple Crown, have one of the greatest receiving seasons ever. And it's like, they'll be fine. You know what I mean? I see no reason to be concerned.
You got 31-27. Make a real pick.
What do you have?
What do you mean make a real
Make a real pick. Say it's going to be a blowout. Let me see something real.
No, I don't.
Give them something to watch. Give
I
them something big.
don't think it's going to be a
45-10.
blowout.
Come on.
I don't think it's
Do
going
it.
to be a blowout.
45-10.
45-10. You think it's going to be Niners Bengals Super Bowl?
True story. That's
Yeah.
my son's Billy's pick. 45-10 tonight.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.